everyone, it's Crystal from crystalscreativespot.blogspot.com. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys my one little word book. I've been doing one little word. This is my third year going into it. There's nothing in it so far for this year, but I do have 2013s and 2014s in here. And if you aren't for sure or don't really know too much about one little word, what I'm going to do is down here in the link below, or down here in the description box, I'm going to include a link to take you to Allie Edwards' blog, or her website, that explains about one little word and what it is. I believe the workshop is $31 to take, and it is for a whole entire year. And what happens is at the beginning of each month, we'll get an email notification saying that there's been a new prompt up. We go to the classroom and watch the video, read the handout, and then you get to do your prompt. I really like this project. Evidently, I must like it if I'm continuing to do it. So, yeah. So, when I first started this, I wanted to keep this very private. I wouldn't share it with nobody. Nothing like that. And then the other night, we were laying in bed, me and Jace was, and he knows all about this project that I do. And I don't know, out of the blue, I asked him, I said, would you like to look at my one little word book? And he's like, sure. And he read it and looked through it, and I don't know at that point really what opened me up to, you know what I mean, leaving him read it, but, or even, would even open me up to the idea to even sharing this and putting this on YouTube, which is, crazy for me. But I think I'm going to do it. So if this video makes it public and you are watching this, I actually grew the courage to, do this. So, I'm going to, like I said, show you my book. Some things I'll go into depth, you know, talk a little bit about, and then some things I'll just show you and skip right over it because, you know, it is a class, you do pay for it. So if you want more detail or to participate in it, I'd really suggest go checking out that class because $31, it's worth it for me. Okay, so, and let me also apologize to you guys. I'm still fighting off a cold. I've had this cold for about 3 weeks. I don't know. I just cannot shake it. So, if you hear me coughing, I apologize in advance, or if I have to stop and take a drink because I'm talking too much, yeah, I'm sorry, but I got to do it. Alright, so here's, the binder I'm using is a We Are Memory Keepers binder, and it is the 8.5 by 11, and I believe the color is aqua. So I'm putting 3 years into here, and then next year I will probably switch it up and get a new binder and things like that. I also have been using the Simple Stories Vintage Bliss paper throughout this whole book. I still have a lot left, but I really like this collection, and I still like it now, so I've continued to use it throughout the whole book. So when we start out, we will go to the first page, which is right here. What I want to do, I haven't done this yet, but what I want to do is put another page in front of here and basically explaining, you know, what this one little word was, my words that I used through it, why I chose those words, and things like that, because God forbid I would die or something and my family would find this. I would really want them, hopefully someone would really want to hold on to this instead of throwing it to the garbage, because it's very personal, and it's very, I put a lot of time into this. So, basically you start your whole year off, beginning of the year, you start off, you choose your word, and then what you want to do is, you know, what our intentions are with our word, why we chose the word, the definition of the word, and things like that to start you off at, and which is really good. So the front and back of here is just these little cards here. Basically, on each one of these cards, it's, you know, there's the definition, why I chose the word, what I need help with, and what I don't need help with, and things like that. So, 2013, my word was confidence. I included a picture of myself up in here, and then on the back I included another little picture, a shadow picture of myself, and yeah, so that's that. And these little cards I just made and did some splattering on it, used the paper from that collection I told you about. You know, sometimes I really embellish and sometimes I don't. Then we go over here to this page, and I hate this page. I gotta say, out of this whole binder, I hate it. But I think I hated the whole project behind it. We were to do a vision board, and I don't like those vision boards. I think they're stupid. I know they're the rage, and a lot of people like them. I don't know. I can never just get into them. So this month was really hard for me to do. And also was really hard, and even coming back and looking at this now, it's still even hard for me. So I'm going to tell you guys why I originally signed up to do this workshop. I don't have no children. I have 4 angel babies. I've been pregnant 4 times, and I've lost all 4 of my kids. So me and Jason have no children that is actually alive. Our children are all angels. Alright, sorry about that. I had to, we had a little bit of a crisis going on. I had to go take care of that, so I don't know where I stopped the video or where I'm picking back up. So, I remember me telling you guys that me and Jason doesn't have no kids that are alive. Our babies are all angels. We've been pregnant 4 times, and we've miscarried all 4 times. And after I fell into a real bad depression, really after my first pregnancy. But then we kept trying and trying and trying, and you know, I'd finally get pregnant after so long, and then I'd lose the baby, and then so I never really dealt with my miscarriages, with losing my children, and it just festered inside me. It just grew, and I wasn't talking to nobody about it. And at this point in time, I still wasn't ready to talk to anybody about it. And I just fell into a really bad depression. And I gained a lot of weight, and yeah. So it was really bad. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's still, I mean, it's bad, but it's not like it was. Depression's a hard thing to fight. And I don't want to be on meds for it, so I refuse at this point in time to really take meds. I mean, I'm not suicidal or anything like that, but if it got... I have a good support system, I'll put it to you that way. And if it got to the point where it was to the point of, you know, real bad, my family or Jason would definitely step in and take control of that situation. But it was still bad enough for me. And I didn't want to go talk to anybody about it. I wanted to deal with it on my own. So that's what I've been doing. And that's why I signed up for this project. And it's really helped me. It has. And I know, I'm sorry about the coughing, by the way. And I know you probably want to watch this and be like, how can something crazy like this really help you? But it does. I make this my binder to come to put my thoughts and true feelings in, and I don't have to be ashamed or embarrassed or anything about it, and I really enjoy doing this. So this is why, I can't believe I'm putting this on YouTube. This is why I started this project. This is, yeah, this is it. This is... I don't want to say this is who I am, because it's not who I am, but this is a big part of me, and it has been for years now, and it's hard to deal with. It's really, really hard. So, alright, let me recuperate here for a minute, because it's really hard talking about this. Okay, so yeah, so this is what this whole vision board was about. You know, pregnancies and, you know, the gaining weight, things like that. So, yeah. I didn't like that prompt. And then over here is some writing exercises. So there's really not too much to talk about that with. But this over here, this was not a prompt. This was something I just did on my own and put in here. And I do that. And I like doing that because it makes it more about me. It makes it, for me, it's more personalized. So I did this layout here. Nothing spectacular. Just used my homemade neon ink sprays I made and splattered them on here. Some washi tape and my word and some sequences. So, yeah, that's that. Then we go over here to these pocket pages, and with this here, I just put things that give me confidence or things that I'm working on for the confidence. So, like going to the gym, Jason, and then I did two pictures of my garden when I first started my garden and what it looked like halfway through and how the growth of it, and really inspired me. And then over here on the back is just some inspirational stuff, just some quotes and just things to keep me inspired, keep me going, some positive things. So when I'm feeling negative, I can come to this binder and it's positive. And then this was the mid-year progress report thingy. So yeah, that's that. And then here, here's a 2-page layout I did. It has no pictures. And basically, this layout was just me journaling and writing about my miscarriages. My journey with this. It's not a whole in-depth, but it just summed it all up into... It just summed it up. This is short and simple. But it just explains my journey. I started with my miscarriages from the very first one to the very last one. And then in the middle here, I included this little pocket, and I like to use this. Sorry, excuse me. When I am feeling really down and really emotional and I need to release, what I do is I come up here to my work area and I just, I write letters to my babies. And it hurts me. But when I need that release and I need that to cry and not worry about what people are thinking about me or anything like that, I come and do this. And this really helps. It's hard to do, but it really does help me. So that's what I do. And then we get into July here, and this is where I stopped. I just quit doing it. I don't know what. I just quit doing it. So I never finished July up. But what I do like about this is that I can always come back to this and do this, you know. It doesn't have to be something where you just do that month and then that's it. It's done and over with. No. I like to come back and do things again on it. So what I did was I printed out all the workshops, the handouts, for July, August, September, October, November, and December for 2013. And then I can come back here and redo them. Or come back and actually do them. And I do plan on doing that. I just haven't done it yet. So then we get into 2014, and my word for 2014 I chose was embrace. So I made a nice little title card right here. Nice and simple. Sometimes, like I said, I really go out and embellish, and then other times I just don't want to do that. I just want to keep it nice, simple, and clean, and that's what I do. So I included a picture of myself, and again, you know, same thing as before, what my intentions were with my word, you know, what I wanted, what the word meant, why I chose it, and things like that. So here's where I started writing out my intentions last January. And then I came back a couple weeks later and I wasn't happy with this. I started reading it and I'm like, it's so generic. Like, why couldn't I sat down and been really true and honest with myself? So I did. I come back and I redid that here. And then I just decided to keep this in here. So when I come back and look at it, I can actually see the difference. So that was that. I haven't looked at the prompt for this month so far because I haven't chose my word this year. I'm having a really hard time deciding what my word's going to be. So I haven't read what the prompt was, but I hopefully that she included this in again this year. If not, I'm going to do it myself. Quiet. Because I really like this. What we did was we came back at the end of the month when we started the new month. So like last February, when I came back and did February's prompt, I filled in January's card. And it was just basically either the highlights or the low points or just where I was at that month with my word. So I really like that. And then on the front and back of this was just some things I wanted to accomplish in 2014. And then I just took a picture. This is a picture of the canvas I did. Instead of doing a whole vision board, because I just went through and told you guys I don't like those vision boards, I created a canvas, and I did it with the oh my goodness, let me rephrase this, the melted crayon canvas artwork thing, I did that with this, and that was my vision board for my year. I hung it up on my wall and really looked at my word every day, and yeah, so that was that. Here was an exercise we did, basically printing a picture off of herself and then doing some journaling. So that was that. And then over here, basically with this month here, I was just included pictures of things that I was either embracing or things that I wanted to embrace. So that was what this month was about. And then on the back here was, again, just some inspirational stuff, so I can come back and actually sit here and look at this and be like, okay, you know, if I needed a pep talk or something, I could come back and look at this. But I really like this card here. This card I put, this was already on a card. It says, "This makes me happy." And then I wrote, "I am a wife, mother, daughter, sister, aunt, caregiver, person. I'm loving, confident, real, happy, sad. I'm everything." And I really like that. Just really, really like that. Then we go over here to our progress reports. It was front and back. And then this was July's prompt, and I didn't really care for July's prompt, so I didn't do it in July. I did this in November, at the end of November, beginning of December, and I did it my own way. So what I did was I included 3 pictures here that I was embracing. So I included a picture of my siblings and I and my nephew after we decorated my Christmas tree. There's a tradition behind that, and I was really embracing it this year. So I included that. Here's a picture of me working out, which you aren't going to see because, trust me, you don't. And then this was me and Jay celebrating my birthday. And then on the back of it, I just wrote, you know, what about that photo was I particularly embracing. Okay? Then we go over here. Again, these are more quotes or song lyrics. It's, again, just inspirational things that had me thinking about my word and where I was at with my word and things like that. And then on the back was just where exactly I was at dealing with my word. Just the whole story behind it. So some more journaling. And I included a photo of me and Jace. And then up here is just I took my word embrace and split it up onto my 3 cards. Over here again is just a letter to myself. And I just did it on some scrapbooking paper and just put right onto the paper. Put a little bit of stickers to embellish it up a little bit. And I like the way that turned out. Then we go over to here, and I did another one of these pictures, a full page picture, and I included of me and my nephew, and basically why I had chosen this word at the beginning of the year was because of this little guy here. My brother and sister-in-law live with me, and they were expecting their first child, so which meant Dylan here, Dylan Jr., was going to be living with me, and how I was going to embrace him. And, you know, like I just told you guys, with me losing my babies, that was really, really hard for me. But I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised on our relationship and how much this little guy right here, this cutie pie, how much he has helped me cope. And, yeah, how much he has really helped me cope with my losing my babies. So I wanted to include that into here because we're getting closer to the end of the year, and I really wanted to put where I was at with this, with him. Then over here is just things I was grateful for. And then here's a picture of my niece and other 3 nephews, and I haven't talked to their parents about, you know, including them in here on YouTube, so I wanted to cover them up because I want to be respectful. So that's that month. There's nothing on this page. I'm going to decorate this up. And this is at the end of the year. This was just, we were done with our word. We're getting ready to move on to, if we were going to be participating in this class again, choosing a new word. So I just wrote my whole thoughts and feelings about my word. And I like that. And then I included this Post-it note. And this Post-it note I wrote in January. When I chose my word, I wrote this Post-it note out, and then I stuck it over here on my carousel, and I would see it every day. So I wanted to include that in here. I just thought it was really good. So 2014 was a really good year for me. It was a very hard year. Don't get me wrong, I had, it was very hard, but it was a very good year. And I put a lot into myself last year, and working on myself, and my relationship with others, and things like that. And so, yeah. So 2014, I did much better with this project. I plan on having another good year this year. I haven't chose my word. I'm sitting here. It is, what, January 13th? And I still haven't chosen my word for this year. I'm just having a really, really hard time sticking with a word. I think, though, I might be going with grow. That I've been using that for a couple days now, and I'm liking that. But I got on here courage, accept, forward, grow, transformation, path, dedication, and determined. So those are the words I've been pondering with here lately. I just haven't really found one that I really, really like and want to stick with. So hopefully I can have my mind made up here in the next couple days and be able to go through here and start my prompts and things for this year. But I really do like the workshop. I hope you guys liked what I shared with you. So yeah. If you haven't heard of One Little Word or anything like that, I would really recommend checking out the website, because I like it. But it may not be for everybody, you know. To each his own, is like I like to say. Thank you all for watching my channel and subscribing. Like I said, I really do appreciate it. So until next time, I will talk to you later. Bye.